If you're interested in selling on Amazon, you might be asking yourself, what are the first steps that I need to take to get started the right way? So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step exactly how I set up my Amazon business and how I recommend you do as well. Welcome back to FBA Unfiltered. If you're new here, my name is Taylor, and we are documenting behind the scenes exactly how we're launching this new product on Amazon FBA. So if you want more insight into how to turn your Amazon idea into reality, be sure to subscribe and follow along as we break down our journey from idea to launch. All right, so here we are on the checklist. Module 3, business and account creation. So this first part is going to be creating your business. You're going to create a business entity that you're going to link to your future Amazon Seller Central account and to your future business checking and credit card accounts. I recommend doing it all this way because this is how it's easiest to file taxes, how it's easiest to register brand names, and so on. I just think there are a lot of pros to setting up an actual LLC and not going forward as an individual seller. I want to give you just quickly a pro tip. I actually went to the UPS store in person and signed up for a mailbox there. Why? Because on Amazon, you will have a business address listed. And if you list your own home address, then everybody on Amazon is going to be able to see where you live. So I didn't like the idea of that. So I wanted to have a business address, like a physical business address. Now, in some circumstances, for instance, when I went to apply for a bank account for the business, they actually wanted a physical address as well. So I didn't want there to be any confusion. I didn't want to set up, a business account on Amazon that had some fake business address and then on my bank account have my home address so that I could have a physical address that would clear the bank. So essentially what I did was go to UPS and sign up for a mailbox. Why UPS? Because their address will actually show as like a normal address and not a PO box. Sometimes you might hear that people sign up for a PO box for their business address, and this can frequently cause more problems than it solves. So I do not recommend getting a PO box. I recommend getting an actual physical address. And this for me was the easiest way to do it. I just went into the UPS store. I signed up for a year for their mailbox. It was cost effective. And this way, all my mail for my business goes to them and I can pick it up whenever I feel like. They will actually forward it to my home address if it goes a couple months without me checking. And that's a free service that they include. So I think this is really just an easy way to do it. So if you have a local UPS store, I recommend heading on down there and getting that mailbox so you have a physical address for your business to take to the bank. All right. And the next step will be actually registering your LLC. This is one of the homework items here. So if you want to do what I did, and in my experience, this was quite easy and very straightforward. I just went to LegalZoom. I clicked limited liability company. I did the pro version because this version is going to sign me up for an EIN automatically. So I clicked form my business. I put in my business name here. It can be whatever name you want. Again, you don't need to add the LLC to the end, and you just click next. They're going to see if that business is available. They'll validate it for you, sign up to pay for the service, and that's it. It's a completely done for you approach. In your account, they will automatically upload all of the paperwork that you need to file in whatever state you're in, and they will also upload your copy of your EIN so that you'll have that on hand. I've heard a few people registering their business in Wyoming. I haven't personally done it. There are some pros, as I understand it, that in Wyoming, there aren't as many taxes. Obviously, I'm in California, so if I was registered in Wyoming, I would have far fewer taxes to pay. And also, I think it's easier for remote businesses to register in Wyoming. I don't think they require the same level of stringency for like having a physical address, for example, as you might in other states. So this could be a great option for you if you are outside of the country, or if you just want to avoid paying taxes if you live in a high tax state. I would do this Order Standard LLC here, the $153 version. That's the equivalent of what I did on LegalZoom. And they will set up your LLC and get you your EIN. However, if for some reason you want to do this more DIY, you don't want to pay, and you want to register your business on your own, or if you want to just get an EIN number, you can get an employer identification number or EIN online with the IRS. You just fill out this form here, this apply now, on the IRS website, and they will give you a US EIN. Remember that for your LLC, you don't need to come up with a fancy brand name for this, because we can always go back and file a DBA, a doing business as, aka a fictitious business name owned by your LLC, and that can be your brand name if you so choose. I also recommend this method because your business will be the entity that owns the trademark, and this will make everything much more seamless on your Amazon Seller Central account when you get to that step. So again, if you can, get a physical address that's not your home address so that it's not displayed publicly on Amazon. It will also help you get a bank account, and then get your EIN, and then register your LLC. And those things will help down the line when you want to register a trademark and set up your brand. Okay, the next step in this module is funding your business. So this is primarily for two reasons. One, the main two things that Amazon cares about when setting up your seller account are how they will charge you for your account fee and any seller fees associated, and two, how they're going to pay you. So they need a card on file to charge you, and they need an account on file to pay you. Those are the two main things. I would say the third main thing is your identification, but we'll cover all of these when we get to the account setup for Amazon Seller Central. For now, just understand that it's important that you have an account that Amazon can charge and an account that Amazon can pay. And the reason why I recommend setting up your business first and having a physical address is because I do recommend having a designated business account, right? This just makes your taxes so much easier. I actually did my taxes the first year I had to file by myself. I hadn't set up QuickBooks or any other software yet. And it was actually, well, let's be honest, it was a pain in the butt, but it could have been a lot worse, because at least I had already separated all of my business expenses and all of my business income from my regular expenses and regular income. That is key. It just makes everything so much easier to keep it separated from the start. So I highly, highly recommend you do this. So what I did, again, I guess I'm old fashioned, but not only is there a UPS store near my house, but there's also a Chase Bank near my house. So I just walked into Chase Bank. I had my address for my business, which was the UPS store mailbox. And I went into Chase and I said, hey, I'd like to open up a business checking account. That's it. Okay. They walked me through it. You can also do it online. I'll show you right here, this Chase Business Complete Banking. This is the exact account that I opened. Notice that there will be 0 monthly fee if you deposit $2,000 into the account, which I think is reasonable. You're going to need at least $2,000 to start selling on Amazon. So if you deposit $2,000 into your account and you keep a minimum balance of $2,000 going forward, you don't have to pay any fees. This, again, is the exact account that I opened. I'm not affiliated with Chase. There's no kickback for me from using Chase. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have any preference on banks. Whatever bank you want to use is fine. I just did this because, again, I just walked into the branch that was across the street from my house and signed up there. And I also knew that they had a couple good business credit cards, which is what we'll talk about next. Okay, so you've set up your business checking account. That is going to be the account that Amazon deposits your money into, the account where Amazon pays you. Okay, the other important account that Amazon needs is a way to charge you for your fees. Now, this is important because if you put a debit card or like a prepaid Visa card or any other thing like that into your Amazon Seller Central, it will likely get denied, because if you run out of balance, then Amazon isn't going to be able to charge you, and then they're going to get upset. So they just don't like that. So I highly, highly recommend using a business credit card. Now, again, this is the exact card that I signed up for through Chase. It just worked out. I did some research and this seemed like a decent business credit card for a startup company. Again, I'm not affiliated with Chase. There are many, many, many different ways to get a business credit card. I have no preference. This is just what I personally did, but this is the exact card that I used. Okay. There were some perks. Notably, I got $900 cash back after I spent my first $6,000 in the first 3 months. Now, I know that sounds aggressive, but I did end up qualifying for that just because I was moving so quickly through the process that I did in fact spend $6,000 in the first 3 months. So I earned $900. That was cool. You get, whatever, 1.5% cash back on everything you purchase, which is fine. It's actually interesting if you are to purchase inventory through Alibaba and you do it through a credit card, Alibaba will charge a fee. So at least this way, essentially the way I look at it is I get a discount on that fee. that I'm paying on Alibaba because at least all the inventory that I buy with this credit card, I'm eligible for 1.5% cash back. Okay, the other thing to point out is many of these business cards, you will get an introductory APR of 0% for some amount of time. This one is 12 months. So you have a year after opening this account where you will not be charged any interest on this money. Now, I understand that taking out credit and being in debt is very risky. It's also, however, very high leverage. You're essentially getting free money when you are starting out on your business. So it's very powerful. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You are responsible for any and all risks that you take when determining how to allocate funds and set up your business, and if you choose to take on a business debt. However, this is just what I did. I want you to be aware that you can get these introductory rates on many of these business credit cards for 0% for at least a year. Okay, that is setting up your LLC, getting your EIN, and getting your business bank account and your business credit card. Now, setting up your Seller Central account. I did mention this briefly in another video. Essentially, you're going to go to sell.amazon.com and you're going to click sign up. Now, as you may have heard, you can also do an individual seller account. I do not recommend the individual account because for every sale you make on the individual account, you're charged 99 cents. The business account is going to be a $40 a month fee. So if you plan to sell more than 40 units a month, then the business account is more cost effective. I just think that this is the way to go. I wouldn't mess around with the individual account. So go ahead and click sign up and I'll walk you through some of the initial steps of setting up your Amazon Seller Central. All right, so after you click on sign up on sell.amazon.com, you're going to be redirected to a page like this. You're going to go ahead and create an account. Go ahead and put in your information and it'll redirect you to this page, and you're going to need to select a country. If you are outside of the United States, I'll have to make another video showing exactly how to set it up that way. But for now, we'll just use US as the country. That's how I did it. I'm based in the US and we'll take it from there. Okay, next you're going to select a business type. Again, don't get too hung up on this. If you have done what I recommend and set up an LLC, you're just going to select a privately owned business. Okay, then you'll get a screen that looks like this. You're going to put in your business name, okay, as it appears on your registration document that you got from either LegalZoom or Wyoming Registered Agent, or however you went ahead and registered your business. You're just going to put in your business name and you're going to click, I confirm my business location and type are correct, and I understand that this information cannot be changed. All right, you're going to get to this page and you're going to put in your company registration number. This is your EIN. That's why we went ahead and got that from the beginning. That's the number you put in here. Then you're going to go ahead and fill in your business address. All right, this next page is your primary contact person information. So this is going to be your personal information. You're going to put in your first and last name, the country of your citizenship, the country of your birth, and your date of birth. And then you're going to put in your actual residential address. Don't worry, this one is private. So you are actually going to put in wherever you live. Next, you're going to put in your proof of identity. You can use a passport or you can use a driver's license. I personally used my driver's license and that was easy. Okay, and then down here, you are going to select both of these boxes, that you are a beneficial owner of the business and you are a legal representative of the business. Then if you're like me and you are the only person in your business, you're going to go ahead and put primary contact person as the only beneficial owner of the business. And you're going to check that you confirm that you're acting on behalf of the business. Okay, next you're going to start putting in your bank account information. This is why we wanted to do that from the start. You're going to put in the bank account holder name, whatever you did when you set up your business bank account. You're going to put in the country, which financial institution it is. If it's not in the list, you can put other and you can just type in the bank. Then you're going to put in the routing number and the account number for your checking account. This is how Amazon is going to pay you. Okay, and then next, this is where you're going to put in your card on file to pay your monthly subscription fee and any other fees that you accrue while selling on Amazon. Again, this should be a credit card, not a debit card. So put in your credit card information here. Right, next, you're going to be putting in your store name. Okay, so this is the store name that is going to be associated with your seller account. It's going to be where people can leave feedback about the quality of your store, not necessarily the quality of your products, but any feedback related to you as a seller on Amazon. This is the name that's going to be associated. It can be your business name, or it can be your brand name. Since we haven't set up a brand yet, I recommend just doing your business name here. Okay, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna check yes for universal product codes or UPCs. I'll explain those in a subsequent video, but yes, you do have them for all of your products. So click yes. Then if you have any diversity certifications, if you're a minority, a woman, a veteran, LGBTQ+, then you'll go ahead and click yes. And then down at the bottom here, this one's important. Do you own a brand or do you serve as an agent of a brand of any of the products you want to sell? Okay, click yes. Okay, and here on this next page is your identity and address verification. So this is where you're gonna have to upload some documents proving that you are who you say you are. You are gonna upload whatever document you need to, whether that's your driver's license, which is what I used in my case, or your passport. And then you're going to need to upload either a bank account statement or a credit card statement for proof of address. All right, and that is it. That's how you sign up for your Amazon Seller Central. All right, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please leave a like. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. And remember that if you'd like to talk in more detail about starting your Amazon business, we're currently offering free calls. The link is in the description. As always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.